administration say, you know what, this strategy isn't working. We're going to change strategies. 6 former administration officials last week wrote that open letter urging the administration to change course, to change strategy. Is it time?
It is time for us to do what we have been doing, and that time is every day. Every day it is time for us to agree that there are things and tools that are available to us to slow this thing down.
How did you run out of tests? How did they run out of monoclonal antibodies we've had for 18 months? How come they're not mass producing antivirals? Now it got worse from there. Now when asked to explain the testing debacle that Biden and Harris created, her response was, I can't believe it. They didn't get enough backlash the last time. Oh, just check Google. You can't make this up. Take a look.
Why are we at a point now where folks still can't get tests?
But we just ordered, I don't have the number in front of me, but millions of tests. We have 20,000 sites where people can go, and I urge people to, you can Google it or go on to any search engine and find out where free testing and the free testing site is available.
But Madam Vice President, the fact that we're still telling people to Google where you can get a test, and
well, but come on now. I mean, really, if you want to figure out how to get across town to some restaurant you heard is great, you usually do Google to figure out where it is.
Seriously? Come on, man. Let's use Joe's answer. Anyway, ask yourself, have you ever seen someone less prepared for an interview other than maybe Joe Biden himself? Where's Operation Warp Speed to create as many tests as we need on demand? Where's Operation Warp Speed for life-saving therapeutics like monoclonal antibodies and these antiviral medicines that nobody can get? You know, what was Biden and Harris's secret plan to shut down the virus anyway? A hope, a prayer, apparently, and the White House is already trying to do cleanup and, of course, forced to correct Harris's claim the test will be sent out next week. Apparently not. Pretty much everything Biden and Harris have been saying has been wrong. Remember, Biden promised that if you got the vaccine, you'd never get COVID. That was a lie. He would never have vaccine mandates. He lied there, too. He'd never support $450,000 payments to illegal immigrants for family separation until he did. I'll never abandon Americans in Afghanistan. That was a big lie. Here with reaction, Leo 2.0 Terrell, co-host of The Five, and his own new weekday show at 7 p.m., the host of Jesse Watters Prime Time. Look, everybody now needs to face reality, Leo. It's Watters' world. We just live in it because.
Well, listen. I want a commitment. I want a commitment from Jesse right now. I need a commitment from Jesse right now that Sean and I will be your first 2 guests. If you don't give me that commitment,
no, we don't need that. I'm already booked for Wednesday of the first week. I'm going to be on Jesse's show. By the way, we're very happy for you.
I want first 2 guests. I'll be filing a lawsuit, Jesse, that we're friends.
Me and Leo together. I'll agree to that. We'll do it on Wednesday.
Whatever you guys want, all right?
Whatever we want. Congratulations. You worked really hard.
Congratulations.
And we couldn't be happier for you, honestly. Jesse, start with you.
Appreciate it.
How do we run out of tests? We're now in year 3 of the pandemic. How do we run out of the therapeutics we've had for 18 months? How are we not mass producing these antivirals that every doctor I talk to raves about?
My sources in the Secret Service are telling me they are changing Kamala Harris's code name now to Oops. I mean, I've seen deer in the headlights give better interviews than that. Sean, I've interviewed people on the beach during Watters World that have sounded smoother than that. And here's why the White House is so freaked out about this interview. This wasn't Sean Hannity throwing fastballs up by the chin. This was a friendly NBC News Democrat interview. They're asking basic questions. When are the tests coming? Are you going to be on the ticket? Are you going to change strategies? He's not asking to explain how gravity works. Who preps Kamala Harris? And at this point, she's saying Google it for everything. If you're at SNL, Lauren Michaels, if you're watching, you guys have to do a skit where people just ask questions to Kamala and she says, Google. Kamala, what's your COVID strategy? Google it. Kamala, you're going to be on the ticket. Google it. I mean, maybe she's not going to be on the ticket, Sean, so just say, it's an honor to serve at the pleasure of the president. I hope I'm on the ticket. But the honest God's truth, and you said it, there's probably not going to be a Biden ticket, and if there is one, she's not going to be on it.
You know, there always is Plan B. Now, that film she made with the child actors, that really worked out very well for her, Leo.
Let me tell you right now. You know what? She gave poor answers because she's not in the loop. Let's be very clear. Jesse's right. She went to the liberal MSNBC, and she couldn't answer the question. She does not have a team working for her. 7 of her staffers quit. And there's no love between her and Joe Biden. I mean, there is no doubt about it in my mind. The only reason why she is vice president is because of her ethnicity and gender. It's not because of qualification. You cannot name me one accomplishment from Kamala Harris. And let me be very clear. You know, it's a hard choice. Who's the best between the worst? Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. That's a horrible choice to choose. And I'll tell you right now, Joe Biden, if I was Joe Biden, I would sleep with one eye open because I don't trust Kamala Harris. And Joe Biden should not trust Kamala Harris.
Last word, Jesse.
Well, Joe went to Capitol Hill to twist arms on voting rights, Sean. I thought Kamala was running point on voting rights. Did Kamala know that was a failed mission, so she didn't want any piece of it? She didn't want any of that negative blowback on her, so she said, Joe, you go? Or did Joe Bigfoot her because he doesn't trust her to close the deal? I don't know. I'm just asking questions.
All right, we're happy, we're proud of you, and congratulations. All right, the Wednesday, you invited me on Wednesday. We're not going to force you on your first show. Listen, his show needs a better start. No, his show needs a better start than you and me. He can do better than that.
Jesse, I got the lawsuit right here. Here's the lawsuit.
Oh, God.
First, Sean and Leo are lawsuit.
By the way,
on Monday.
I'll get more airtime if you ask Leo about his friendship back in the day with O.J. Simpson. I'll get a lot more airtime. Trust me on this, Jesse.
I can't hear you. My mic's working. I can't hear you.
Exactly.
Can't hear you.
That brings back old memories from Leo 1.0.
Lawsuit.
All right. Yeah, exactly. Congratulations, Jesse. All right, coming up. While the sham January 6th committee continues to play politics, Kevin McCarthy, he doubled down big time today on why he will not talk to them. We'll tell you what he said straight ahead.